Good morning, everybody. Glad to see y'all here this morning. As always, it's a wonderful thing. Um, Boy, oh boy, am I glad to see you guys this morning. I'll tell you what. So let's go back. Let's say hello. See who all we got here today. Terry Barnes, welcome again. Cliff Hicks and Susie, the sassy old granny. Love you. Love all you guys. Terry Barnes, Cliff Hickson, Kiss. Hello, welcome again. Let's see, Terry Barnes, Kiss. Salacious, hello. News Now enemy, yes, welcome. Let's see who else is in the house right now. ATV Thunder. Thunder. All right, let's see who else we got. Damian Paxton, hello. Graham, good to see you again. I wonder if yesterday's debate will continue today. No, it will not. I got to talk about that. All right. Let's see. We got Cliff Hickson, Graham, Terry Barnes, Salacious, commentator, auditor. Of course, always great to have you here, buddy. Let's see. What did I miss? Anybody? Jennifer, hello, welcome again. Welcome. Always good to see you. Jim Hughes, Davian, I guess. And it looks Scott Ammo. Hello, welcome. Good to see you too. Mike Hunt with the Grateful Dead logo. Oh, yes. Hello, welcome. Internet God, hello. Kissy Cat One, hello. Jesse Quillen, hello. Yes. Wonderful to see you guys today. Oh boy, I'll tell you. Um, this morning I woke up and I was not feeling good, but I'm telling you right now I feel great, and it's because of you guys. First of all, just because some people were asking, and just FYI, I am technically in the path of the hurricane, but I'm inland a little bit, so we're not supposed to get like an end of the world type scenario, but it is supposed to get pretty bad. I woke up this morning to extremely heavy rain. In fact, I don't think the mic could pick it up, but I can hear it, and it's just going to get worse before it gets better. So hopefully everything will be fine. What we're expecting here, worst case scenario, is that we'll lose power. So if you don't see me over the next couple days, it's because there's no electricity. But I got my phone. I keep it nice and charged all the time. So I'll try to, do as much updates as I can. What's up, Weed Skador? So yeah, hopefully nothing will be bad, but if it is, I'll do my best to keep you guys posted, let you know we're okay. But it wasn't that made me wake up in a bad mood. And because that's just possibly a little scary, but nothing, to be upset about, as long as you're prepared, which is what we've been doing the last couple of days, is getting ready. So, like I kept telling my kids, because they were freaking out watching all the news reports, and I told them, I said, look, worrying about it isn't going to do anything except for make you worried, right? And make you sad. The best thing you could do is get ready, get prepared. If something bad happens, you're ready for it. And if it doesn't, great. So what? So you move some stuff around and, bought some extra canned goods or whatever, doesn't hurt. Have some water and that, basic preparedness stuff. So hopefully everything's going to turn out fine, and it's just going to be some bad weather, not some, disaster. So yeah, we're definitely trying to stay safe and keep it together. But for those of you who were here yesterday, you may have saw it. Fill your bathtub with water. Actually, I was thinking of doing that so that we would have that. So yeah, that might not be a bad idea. And we got 2 bathrooms here, so we could fill 2 tubs of water if we have to. Put a 5-gallon bucket of water in the bathroom. Yeah, it's a good suggestion. I'll definitely probably end up doing that, actually. But anyway, in the meantime, so what happened yesterday was I had Rogue Nation up here, and we talked for a while, and it was fine, whatever. But it did not go unnoticed by me that while I had him up here, a lot of people dropped out of the chat of the stream because they didn't want to listen to him. Like, oh no, not this guy again. And also, when I woke up this morning and I logged on, I noticed that my subscriber count went down too. Which, when you're a YouTuber, your subscriber count goes up and down every day, right? It's just as long as the overall trend is up. That's the important part. But I did notice that, and I was wondering if, because some people were like, oh, why are you giving this guy a platform and this and that and the other thing. And I've been thinking about it. Roisin, what's up? Good to see you. Always. New gang name for you. 2 Tubs Hez. Yes. That I don't know. See, I can't remember the exact name, but on they used to do this bit on Monty Python about so and so 2 sheds Johnson or whatever because he owned 2 sheds. Never fear, Peck is here. All right, what's up, Peck? Anyway, yes, it's it was interesting with the whole thing with Rogue Nation yesterday, and but I have no regrets. Maggie K, yes, I get that. But I'm glad I did it. Because first of all, because a lot of people, like I said, were kind of upset saying, well, why did you give him a platform on your channel to do his thing or whatever? But for me, it was a combination of several things. First of all, I try to be open-minded and fair, like, yes, Jesse, yes. And that was, hey, Script, what's up? But yeah, that was part of the problem, was like he just kept talking in circles and doing his thing. But I'm glad I did it because it gave me because they talk in interviews like he was talking to me the same way he would talk to a cop or a person, and when they're frauditing, the way that they speak to people is the way he was speaking to me, and it actually gave me. I saw it as a learning experience because it gave me a much better understanding of just how difficult it can be sometimes to deal with these people. I'm just sitting here talking to the guy, on a live stream, and I could mute him or kick him at any time. But I'm thinking, like, imagine if I was somebody working in a place and we were trying to have the same kind of conversation, or if I was a police officer that was called to investigate him and he's talking to me the way. So I felt like it was putting myself in their position, right? In the position of the people they audit, to see like what it actually feels like to have to deal with this. And I understand even more so now and sympathize even more so now with the people on the other side, the police, and sorry about that. My phone chirped, and because of the storm right now, I'm trying to make sure I check my messages right away. So I heard my phone chirp. I'm like, oh, is it an update on the storm? And I looked, and it's Pokemon Go telling me my egg's gonna hatch. Anyway, yeah. So I wouldn't unsub because of a creepy guest. Yeah. No, that would, whatever. Anyway, so that worked out, I thought, in the end. So today I was thinking maybe a palate cleanser, maybe try and get some good people up here. So right off the bat, hey, Script, do you want to come up? I could drop a link for you if you'd like to. Have somebody nice to talk to. Instead of argue with like I did yesterday. Internet God. If I unsubbed, it wouldn't be because you did that. It'd be because you like the Bears. The Bears. The Chicago Bears. Winningest team in the history of professional football. Oh, that's an interesting statistic. So what I've been looking at is this I got a couple of these. There's this Big West Audits or something like that. I never heard of him until recently, but I've been seeing more and more. Here, let me drop a link for you there, Script. Let's see. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Have someone nice to talk to today. And then we could comment on these Big West videos I wanted to cover together. That'll be fun. So anyway, yeah, this guy, I hadn't even heard of him until recently. And I found a couple videos, one from Dummy Kruger and another one from Blackheart Knight regarding the same guy. And I mean, this dude is like way stupid. What's up, Script Cat?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. I was trying to get a little sleep, but I just gave it up. So I thought I'd join you guys for breakfast.
Oh, excellent. Well, we're always glad to have you here.
Well, thank you.
Big fan, big fan. You know that.
Thank you.
Um,
Let
so
me give myself
yeah,
a face.
what's that?
I said, let me give myself a face.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Big Wes is a whiny baby. He's just too funny. Yes. Where am I? I am in Florida. I'm near Tampa. And yeah, we're supposed to have a little bit of a. But like I said, right now it's raining pretty bad, but we're not getting anything crazy yet. So hopefully everything will be fine. But so I'm going to start with this video from Dummy Kruger, and we'll go
He's a
ahead and.
great creator.
I'm telling you, you talk about. Yes, he's fantastic. If anyone's not subscribed to Dummy Kruger, definitely check him out. Um, but the auditor, we're checking out. I mean, this guy is dumb. He brings stupid to a whole new level. If you guys are familiar with this guy, wait till you see this. This is ridiculous. And I'll keep me and Script on the side there. And, you know, you want to comment or anything, we'll go ahead and tear this guy apart together. Um, this is called one of the best First Amendment audits of all time. So let's see.
Oh, they got a lot competition.
Yeah, well, I mean, this really is. You'll see. I mean, this guy is so incredibly stupid that it's mind-boggling.
Oh, good. I haven't seen this one, so all right.
All right, here we go.
But not this one. On this particular audit, the entire thing is so hilariously funny. I had a real struggle on what, if any, content I should remove. Let's just jump right in.
All right, guys, we're at the Fortis building in Maumee, Ohio. See if they respect our rights to report in public.
The what building?
Well, it's just like a business office.
I was gonna say this looks like private businesses.
It is.
Pardon me? Is this building open to the public?
As in, what are you looking for?
I was looking for the UPS store.
Oh, it's not here. Yeah, it's on the other side of the road.
Okay, what is this building?
This is the desk board or the Ford desk.
Fortis building.
Okay, thank you. And it's open to the public?
I guess so.
It's open to the public?
I guess so.
Several businesses.
Yeah, there's lots of different.
What information can I get here?
That is a great question, Big Wes. I would refer you back to the beginning of your video that showed you exactly what businesses are there. Do you have any plumbing questions? Maybe check out Merit Plumbing. Are you looking for some advice on long-term investments or maybe even setting up a college fund? LPL Financial may have some information on that. If you are looking to refinance an existing home or maybe even purchasing your first home, I'd recommend checking out Ruoff Mortgage Company. I hear they are excellent. Wes, if you haven't figured out the theme quite yet, it's that all these companies listed on the directory are private businesses. They don't have to respect your rights to record.
I'm sorry, who are you and why are you asking these questions?
Why are you filming us is the question.
Is it a public building?
I guess so, yeah, there's a bunch of different.
So I'm an independent, I'm an independent journalist working on a story.
If you are an independent journalist, you are alluding that you work for yourself. My advice, fire yourself. Fast. You're a liability to you and your news organization.
About Maumee, I'm just coming in and seeing what this building is about. I was looking for the UPS. I'm just making.
Yeah, and they told you where UPS was. So okay, thank you. Leave and go across the street.
Hello, sir. Can I get your name?
You don't have permission to do that.
Sir, I'm actually about to leave, but I don't have to have permission in a public accessible building to record.
This is not public. The building is
This
public.
this is not public?
Correct.
This is not public.
What is this
This
office
is a private
for?
office.
This is a lobby or office right
This
here?
is, this is an office.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lobby.
So I apologize, sir. I didn't know. I'll go ahead and head out. And
Yeah, I want you to erase it. Show me that you erased it.
well, I'm not gonna do that because I still believe this is a public.
No, this is a private office. That
I
out
wasn't aware
there
about that. I'm
is a
sorry.
public. Out there in the lobby is public.
Okay.
Can I get your name, sir?
Nope.
Do you work for the public? Can I take a business card, please?
This is
Okay, hold on. Let me go back for a second. I want to, right? This guy's so bad. So, hey, Unclean Hands, what's up?
Unclean.
Welcome, welcome. And Analyze is here. Good morning. Or Alanize. So anyway, I wanted to go back a little bit with this clip because you're going to see later on, he's going to keep telling everyone that this guy just ran up out of the back and assaulted him. So I want to watch that interaction one more time before we hear him complain about being assaulted. Like, again, when he tells the story later, he's going to say that the guy just ran up and assaulted him out of nowhere for no reason. So let's watch that one more time just to make sure that he's not lying.
Hello, sir. Can I get your name?
You don't have permission to do
Oh
that.
yeah, that's
Sir, I'm
vicious.
actually about to leave, but I
That
don't have to
finger
have
was
permission
vicious.
on public accessible building to record.
This is not public, the building is
This
public.
this is not public.
Correct.
This is not public.
What is this
This is a
office
private
for?
office.
It's a private
Is it a lobby
office.
or office right here?
This is an office.
Okay.
That's a lobby.
So I apologize, sir. I didn't know. I'll go ahead and head out. And
Yeah,
Right, so
I want
head
you to
out.
erase it. Show me that you erased it.
well, I'm not gonna do that because I still believe this is a public.
Well, you're wrong.
This is a private office.
I wasn't aware of that. I'm sorry.
This guy really hasn't a clue.
No, he's so dumb.
Can I get your name, sir?
Nope.
Do you work for the public? Take a
No.
business card,
Work for
please.
the public? No,
This is
I work
amazing.
for myself. It's
We
probably
seem
his
to grasp
company.
for just a
Yep.
second that this isn't a public building, only that it's open to members of the public to come in and patronize these businesses. But then he asks this man for his name and says, "You don't work for the public?" I thought he had it, but not Big Wes. He's on a whole other level of stupid.
Whoa, sir.
Leave.
Is anyone allowed to walk in this building? Is it public?
No, this is a private.
It's a private.
But anyone
Private
can come in
business.
here, right?
No.
Anyone can come in here.
Or just come and ask
They can
questions.
come in here.
Only
Is
if
that
you
right?
want to hire them.
Not the law, sir.
Right?
I'm not sure.
And they answered your question.
Well, guys, I'm heading out, but sir, why are you
No,
trying
Go
to
head
disturb
out.
the camera?
Heading out, and
I
no
was
one's
trying. I wanted to get his name to see who I talked with. I wanted to grab as soon as I went to grab a business card, this sir reached for my camera. Ma'am, okay, I'm gonna leave. Okay,
So leave.
No.
Sir. I'm not allowed to grab a business card. Why are you being
This is not
aggressive?
public. Nobody's being aggressive. You are.
This sir is.
We asked you to leave and you haven't.
I am leaving now because I was trying to get a business card.
Okay.
You guys are very aggressive and unprofessional. I was just asking a couple questions about the building. This is ridiculous.
It's not their building. They just rent their space.
Funny, it's a joke. I'm not laughing.
Yes, have fun.
Actually, it is a bit funny. These people are completely flabbergasted at the insanity of their current situation. They don't owe you a single thing. As a matter of fact, this is more than funny. It's side-splitting funny. Please keep it up.
With whatever little video you're making there.
Wow, you guys are ridiculous. Very unprofessional.
They're
You see
laughing.
what I mean now, Wes? They think it's side-splitting funny too. The only one not in on the joke is you ill-informed dollar store activist.
So this building's not open to the public.
Not for you.
Not for me. Am I a citizen of the United States?
What does that have to do with it?
This is a private business. Okay?
This right here?
If we
Yeah,
invite
it
you in
says
there, you're-
what it is. It's a financial.
Just asking a couple questions about the building, sir.
What's up, Leland Squirrels at Mystery Subset Theater?
Well, yeah, I'm heading out now.
The
I can see
sad
that
thing
you guys
is,
aren't
this
very
guy
friendly
in
here.
another video says he was 4 years in the service.
Oh yeah.
And this is what I come home to. And I'm like, why the hell did you come home?
Seriously, to harass private businesses. Yay.
Oh my God.
It looks like it's open to the public to me. The door wasn't locked or anything. I was just walking in asking a couple questions.
I think the issue is when you come into somebody's office with a
Sir, I was
camera
gonna leave.
rolling
You-
for no reason. Like,
It's
we're not-
public. That's an office or a lobby? Because it looks like there's chairs
That's
in
a
there to
lobby
wait.
right there. You're more than welcome to hang out inside that lobby.
There's no signs
inside
that
of our
says you can't
office.
go in there. No.
What the
trust.
hell?
Oh, for
So
God's
therefore-
sake.
So
There's
once
no
you come
crime
in
I committed,
our
sir.
door that we pay rent for, we can ask you to leave, and we did.
You don't pay the rent.
Yes, we
The
do.
people do. The
No, they
taxpayers.
don't.
Do you cut out of your own pocket? You pay the rent.
Yes.
And he still doesn't get it. In this 50-second stretch of video, let's count all the things he's screwed up. First, it doesn't matter if you are a citizen of the U.S. You can still be barred from coming into any private establishment. Second, they were being friendly and honestly trying to help you, but you were way too dense to realize the situation. Third, they don't need any no trespassing signs to keep you out of the building. And lastly, after everything they relayed to you, you were still under the impression that, quote, the people, unquote, are paying for this private business. I suppose if you were trying to be efficient, you succeeded in proving you're a dumbass 4 times in 50 seconds. Take a bow, my friend.
Okay.
All right. So this is, oh my gosh. So this guy, it's not only is he an idiot, but he's gonna keep going on and on throughout the video about the no trespassing signs, right? So let's think about that logically. If what he's saying actually made any sense at all, that would mean that every business everywhere needs to put a no trespassing sign on the doors that you're not supposed to go in. Like McDonald's needs a no trespassing sign behind the counter for you to understand you're not supposed to go back there. Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
It's a private business.
Okay, sir. We'll find out. Well, you guys should put a door on the outside that says you cannot come in. Keep out if you're not an
Normally
appointment.
people don't wander in with cameras asking,
Well-
trying to film somebody for no reason.
Well,
Yep.
We usually
You
don't
guys
have
should-
to worry about that.
well, you guys should get some signage put up.
Oh man.
That's stupid.
And your friend almost assaulted me and took my camera out. It's all on video. You'll see it.
Yeah.
City of Maumee. I want to go upstairs and keep looking at the building, but I guess I can't.
I guess
Good.
not.
Sir, do you work here? I'm just curious. Because I almost got assaulted by somebody in there for just recording in public. Is it open to the public?
We all just saw the video. No one even came close to an assault like you're claiming. Let's see what this new gentleman has to say.
I don't believe this is open to the public. I'm pretty sure that this is private property.
Well, they actually just told me it was open to the public, but the office I stepped into was private. And this gentleman, I was actually talking to a lady and a guy, and I was going to leave within less than 2 minutes, and this guy came out and tried to grab my camera and assault me and called the police. I was just wanted to come in and ask a couple questions. I'm just logging for a video.
No, okay. So
This is ridiculous, bro.
I do follow a lot of stuff like this too. I'm all for your rights and everything, man. I just want to get.
Bro, I'm scared right now, bro.
So leave.
But you know what now, though?
This is just another reason I thought this was the greatest audit of all time. This was just too perfect. So this guy here is a fan and actually watches First Amendment auditors. I can just imagine him being a fan of Long Island Audits and James Freeman and Amagansett Press, all the bigger auditors out there. And then he finally gets to meet one in real life, and it turns out to be Big West Audits. What a letdown.
Yeah.
Maybe he can at least help our friend out.
Could you go in there and maybe talk to that guy in the front left office, please, bro?
I
No.
don't have access to this.
Yeah.
So that's private.
Well, I'm pretty sure this building is private.
There was no signs or nothing. I just walked right to the front door. They actually said the building was public, but his office is private. But it looked like a public lobby to me,
I'm
dude.
still fairly new to this. I'm not 100%.
Honestly, I was just looking for the
I see a guy
the-
who's out there right now who's looking in here at us.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I would do if I were you.
Well, bro, this
honestly,
is harassment. I was just honestly looking for the UPS guy. I asked
Harassment.
this guy a couple questions, this girl a couple questions. This guy came out and attacked me. I was leaving.
What I would recommend right now, give her.
He was attacked.
Can I get your name?
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
This is not my company.
That's
I wouldn't
fine.
care if it was every day.
Too funny. Denied again. And now you're claiming harassment and assault for getting kicked out of a private building. Give me a break.
That's fine.
But, do you know? Does your phone connect to the internet right now?
No.
It doesn't.
No.
So you have no way of finding the police line for non-emergency.
Oh, I do. I have service.
No, I would recommend.
I don't call the police personally myself
No,
because I don't need help right now. I'm
You
just
said that you're scared and you're shaking.
gonna leave the premises. Yeah, because I almost got assaulted, but I don't want to call the police. I think he already did. They said they were calling the police on me.
No, I get it, but that's why you can call the non-emergency line and at least explain what was going on, so that when the police show up, they're not just here to like harass you and everything.
Okay,
Because
I
at the
appreciate
very
that.
least,
Sir.
even if this is private property, somebody has to ask you to leave before that you can get trespassed.
Exactly.
So
Okay,
the police
thank
can
you.
show up and
Thank
they
you.
can ask you to trespass.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you for taking your time out of your day. I'm sorry if I put you on camera. I didn't want to, but I appreciate you, sir.
I'm really not worried about it, honestly. Like I said, I follow a lot of people like you, auditors and stuff like that. Like, I'm all about
Yeah,
it.
no,
I'm
a
all
lot of
for
people
rights and
might see this. Sorry to cut you off.
Well, a lot is certainly subjective, but close to 4,000 people did watch this. The problem is everyone watched it for the comic relief, not for the intended purpose.
I'm not. No, you're good. I'm not.
Oh,
100%
ICAS
sure.
makes a good
I was under the understanding that
comment.
this was private property, so I don't know exactly.
What was that?
ICAS makes a good comment.
Oh,
This
the
guy,
military?
yeah.
This guy did not serve in the military or he was dishonorably discharged, says my Army veteran hubby. Well, I mean, I don't know. He's so stupid. Maybe they were going to use him as cannon fodder. This guy, yeah. For any of you who haven't seen this video yet in the chat, he hasn't even like hit the peak of stupidity yet. Later on, you'll see. It's amazing how dumb this guy is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exactly how all that goes. If anything, what I would recommend is up to your discretion, of course. You might want to walk in there without your phone up.
Oh, I'm not. I'm scared to go back in there. I don't want to.
Hey, I totally understand. I was just gonna say maybe ask somebody where the line is, you know, and where exactly you can be, because that would be the best situation, I would think. Either that or, like you said, just walk away from the premises.
So you don't know if this is public right here, the sidewalk? I would like to keep
this. I don't believe is even considered actual.
Yeah, that's not a public sidewalk.
That's not a sidewalk.
Nope.
I don't believe it is. It might be,
okay,
but it might not
building
be.
access.
I believe that the sidewalk would be like considered over on the side of the road where there's actual like specific pavement for it. This technically could be considered as a curb.
So do people come in this building asking information or trying to get information from the public, from employees?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's truly remarkable that he still doesn't get it. And as far as the sidewalk, just because you see some concrete sidewalk doesn't mean it's public. It still belongs to the owner of this building. And that owner is not you, Big West, no matter how much in taxes you pretend to pay.
I don't believe so. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I just recently started working here.
All right.
I got to get
Well,
back on
you know a lot though, so thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
No, you're good, man. Like I said, I totally get it. I don't know exactly where it is.
Well, I'm just gonna keep walking around and document the building. I'm gonna leave. I hope you didn't call the police because that guy tried to assault me. But thank you, bro.
Even if they did, best bet would be talk to them. Make sure you obviously keep your phone on.
Yeah.
Explain your situation, and if they try to trespass you, don't fight them. Because obviously, you don't know the private or the private versus public lines or whatever. Just listen to whatever they say.
Okay.
I mean, they can't arrest you until you refuse to be trespassed.
Good for this guy. At least he somewhat knows what he's talking about, even though Big West is still on the property after being told to leave.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You're a great employee. Thank you, bro. Keep going. You too. Thank you. Stay safe. Well, that was cool, guys. I'm glad that employee came out and talked to me. I mean, came in. He was in the parking lot and probably clocking in for his
Okay,
shift.
so now you should understand,
He's new
right?
and he knows more about the dude that's been working here for a long time. And he said they were recording me through the window.
Yeah, and that this is private property.
I'm gonna find out about this building. You guys are gonna see
That you're an idiot.
Yeah, we
I
see.
didn't see no signs. It said no trespassing.
Why should there be? Why would there be?
What the hell is wrong with Mommy, guys? Mommy, Ohio. Get your shit together, man.
No, you need to get your stuff together.
You guys watched my last video at the post office.
Oh, a post office
Like,
on
what's
it.
wrong
Oh,
with all the
that
employees
we have to
and
watch
Mommy?
that one.
Nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these people enjoying the same rights as you. Just for future reference, Big West, the law is a little more intricate than what you may understand. Maybe brush up on property rights. That would be a good start.
And I don't think they called the police because you can't. Like, I'm not doing nothing wrong. It's not private property.
Yes, it is.
Everyone in there is lying. You're allowed to go in there to the public. This is a giant building. You can't
Why
tell me
would
it's just
they
for
lie?
employees only. It's open to the public.
No, it's not. Oh, watch this. Watch this. This is great.
Visitors. Wait, it's not open to the public? What's that? Is that a public citizen of the United States that can visit and come in here and ask questions?
Oh,
Trespass, nothing.
sorry.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Unreal. Unreal.
Where does it say you can't go in?
Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is the best part coming up.
Where's the security? Even though they probably wouldn't even know nothing either. The door's locked.
Has he got
Is
slippers
anyone
on?
there? Hello? Like to come in and ask a couple questions about the building.
Just when you thought this audit couldn't be any better, he somehow just keeps topping himself. He is literally talking into a key card reader thinking it's some sort of speaker. This level of entertainment has no right to be free of charge, but yet it is. Thank you, YouTube gods, for giving us this medium to laugh at. And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Wes Audits, for bringing Big Wes into this world. I have a feeling he's going to do great things in the future.
Look at this idiot. Oh.
Yes, sir. Is this building open to the public?
No.
It's not. So what are these visitor signs here for right then? For those for visitors to come and conduct business?
Are you recording that?
Yes, I am.
You need to turn that off.
No, I don't. I'm on a public sidewalk.
No,
No, you're not.
You're private property.
I mean, how many times do you need to hear this, buddy? I think you deserve the trademark of "we don't stop" and not Chili de Castro, because you certainly don't stop. You're getting close to losing me, though, Big Wes, and I'm your #1 fan.
Sir, I was just inside the lobby and someone assaulted me. I was just coming here to ask a couple questions. I'm leaving the property.
Inside the lobby and somebody assaulted you?
They tried to assault me, one of your employees on the other side. I was just coming in, asking a couple questions. I was looking for the UPS store.
If that's the case, please call the police department.
Sir, I honestly, I don't need the police.
Yeah, call the police.
I don't need
have
them.
it all on camera. You're on camera.
Yeah, it is on camera. It's on mine too.
Okay.
I was just asking a couple questions. I was looking for the UPS store. This lady was giving me great information, and so was this other male.
UPS store is just across the street.
Yes, they told me that. And then
So go
as
across the
I
street.
said, okay, guys, I'm gonna leave. Somebody came out of their back office and reached and tried to grab my camera and almost assaulted me 3 times. I said, sir, I'm leaving the building. I'm sorry. They said it's a private
Almost.
And
office.
3
I said, I
times.
thought this was a lobby. I apologize. I want.
Property, yes. You're on private property.
So what are the visitors for though?
For visitors to the private that have been invited.
So it's not open to the
It's not
public.
open to the public, no, sir.
So this isn't a public sidewalk right here.
No, it's not. It's private property.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. You'll see what? You should see that a total of 5 different strangers have told you the exact same thing.
Well, I was just looking for the UPS store, and then
Right across the street.
thank you, sir. And then I was on my way out, and I almost got assaulted 4 times.
Yes, go ahead.
Wait. Now it's 4 times you're claiming assault, but you just said this.
Somebody came out of their back office and reached and tried to grab my camera and almost assaulted me 3 times. I said, sir,
This went from I was almost assaulted to I was assaulted 3 times, and now we're up to 4 times you were assaulted. When all the guy did was put his hand in front of your damn camera.
so I was leaving. So I don't understand why you guys are starting to call the police.
This is private property. You don't have any business being here.
I do have business being here. It's public.
It's not. It's private. I just told you that.
That's not the law, sir.
Yes, it is.
It is the law. It's private property.
If it's public, I'm allowed to be here
It's
filming.
not public.
It's not.
private property.
Okay, then I'll be
How
on my
many
way.
times do I have to explain that to you?
Oh, good sir. You have no clue. You've only been here for 30 seconds trying to explain it to him. It's simply not going to work.
I don't know if that's the truth of what you're telling me.
Well, why don't you call the police and ask them?
I don't need to call the police. Why haven't you guys called the police? I'm not committing a crime, sir. I'm just going to be on my way. No, sir, I'm leaving. I'm
No, you're
actually
not.
leaving right now.
And then he walks right back on the property.
Where are your guys' signs that say it's private property? Because I didn't see them.
Oh.
You don't have to have signs?
He's right, you silly man-child. Once again, you don't need a sign.
Okay. You don't have to have signs, guys, to say it's private property and no trespassing. You don't have to have signs. Well, you'll wonder why someone walks in here trying to ask questions, you dumbass.
Right? Calling somebody else stupid. Like, so every single house needs to have a no trespassing sign on it for you to know that you're not allowed in their house. Like, how am I supposed to know I'm not supposed to go in there if you don't have a sign? And then, as we always see, what happens if you do have a sign? Well, the sign doesn't go past my constitutional rights, so it doesn't apply to me anyway. Bunch of idiots, man. And this guy's like, that's why I had to cover this guy, because especially that part where he started talking into the card reader like it was a speaker. Like, the stupidity on display with most of these guys is bad, but with this guy, it's on a whole nother level of stupid.
Oh my.
Let's go back up to the front and look for the signs. Let's get his license plate too in his car.
Why? What good does that do you?
Clicks and views?
License plate. Sir, can you guys put some signs up there that says no trespassing or I have to keep out? I'm gonna be on my way now. There's signs out there? Judge, you just said there wasn't, and there didn't have to be signs.
There aren't signs, and there don't have to be.
So then how do you expect a public citizen to not know that this is private property? How do you expect a public citizen to know?
They just
I thought
told
I was
you.
walking on a public sidewalk to a business.
You have a sign outside of your house that says it's private property?
No, that's just expected.
How is that different?
This is a business that's open to the public. I'm allowed to be here and record. I can't go to your house and record. Learn the law, sir. The First Amendment.
You need to.
I love when he told him to learn the First Amendments. There's only one First Amendment, buddy. It's certainly not plural.
Everyone wants to say they're going to call the police, but ain't nobody called the police yet because I'm in public. I'm not doing anything wrong. You ain't got no signs out here, bro.
I wonder what
Get
the
out of
other
my face. Get
auditors
back to
think
work,
of him.
wasting taxpayers' dollars.
I don't know, man. But...
I always love this.
I
one.
still love Chewbacca Mom. It may be my favorite clip on the internet of all time.
Oh,
But there's a UPS mailbox right here, and I was looking for the UPS store.
So after watching this, I had a theory that he was actually looking for the USPS to do an audit. I think what happened was he Googled UPS and it led him to this drop-off location. The amount of times that he said it led me to believe that he thinks UPS, the private parcel delivery company, is actually the post office. As luck would have it, I found my answer in the comment section. I think Big Bang had the same theory I did because he asked, "Who do you think owns UPS?" And Big West Audits replies, "The people." All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for the greatest.
Man, now was that something completely
wow.
different or what? Holy crap, Hammer. Oh, man.
Unclean Hands said it. There's two other videos. There's one where he does go to a post office, and the girl at the post office just has his number right off the bat. And then there's another one where he tries to go somewhere, and he's talking and talking and talking and complaining that the place isn't open or that he can't get in. It's Sunday.
Oh, man.
It was amazing.
Let's see. Are there any hey, Unclean, if you're still in here, can you give me some because he actually does have quite a bit of videos up there. You got any specific ones I should look at to further laugh at this guy's idiocracy? And by the way, also everyone, Chili's still in second place in the Grifties. We need to get him up there, man.
Oh man,
Poor
baby.
Yeah, he can't even win a contest on being bad.
I know.
He can't win anything. Oh my goodness. Also, we got some more people who joined us while we were watching that. So I just want to give shout outs to Leland Squirrels, Edward Kedelier, Carl's Order of the Squirrel. Good to see you guys in here. Analyze. I think I said hello earlier. Jesse, yep. I like to say hello to everybody because I don't get 2,000 people in here, so I actually can do that. Chelsea May, hello. All right, I think that covers everybody. Tamara Marie, anyone I didn't say hello to, I apologize. Just trying to keep up. All right, so let's see what else we got from this guy. I do have one from Blackheart Knight regarding him. I haven't watched it yet, so let's take a look at that real quick. What do you think of this guy so far, there, Script?
The
auditor?
Big
wuss. Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Right?
Complete idiot.
I'm telling
I
you,
think somebody in the chat said that he can't read. He was trying to read a sign and he can't read.
Oh,
so it's no wonder.
Well, that definitely makes sense because, when you look at the fact that he keeps talking about, well, this isn't a private business, blah, 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 like they showed in the video. When you first walk in the door, there's a sign with a list of all the private businesses and where they're located and which office numbers they are. So that right there should have told him this is all private businesses. This is not, it didn't say city auditor. It didn't say government commissioner. It was all names of businesses. Like that should be a clue right there.
Maybe he really can't read. or can't read well enough.
It's possible. I mean, it's definitely, and it's just so hard because, like, there's so many things that all of these guys do that are so stupid. Just seeing how the level of stupidity seems to grow and grow and grow each time you get a new auditor, it just becomes so blatantly obvious that these are idiots who saw some YouTube videos and said, "Oh, I could do that.
I
Get
can do
paid just to
that."
walk around." Yeah. Oh man. All right, so let's see what he did with this. Good
Hey,
morning,
Sam,
Sam. I am. Hey, in stereo. All right, we're gonna check out Blackheart Knight's video about this guy now. Because if he's got anything else that's just as hilarious as that one, I got to start seeing more of this idiot. And
I think
Blackheart Knight's another great channel.
Cliff Higson has some information too.
Oh, let's see. Where's the Sunday video was the latest one. Plus, in his YouTube shorts, he's at a military base and an MP comes to talk to him and he says, "Why do you have an AR-15?"
Oh dear.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. Here we go.
Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we follow Big Wuss Audits as he audits another police station. Only there's a problem with this particular audit, and it's not with the police station itself. It has to do with the space between his ears where there's supposed to be brain, but there is none. Not only that, but he's still crying about his arrest the other day. In fact, you might say he has some PTSD from that. Well, maybe he'll learn something from that, or maybe he won't. But the fact that he's auditing this police station proves otherwise. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, guys, we're back here with another video today. We're in Waterville, Ohio, at the Waterville Police Station.
And?
There it is, guys, Waterville, Ohio. We're going to see if they respect our rights to record in public, our First Amendment. City Council Chamber. Everyone go watch that video of me getting slammed to the ground by the cops.
Oh yeah, we all watched the video. We all know how much you cried at the end. You should have had your man card taken away from you at that point.
Church over here. Daily uploads every day at 8:30 a.m. Doing it for the people.
For the people.
Yeah.
Word.
For the people to give you money? Is that what you meant? What's up, Lisa? What was that script?
I said for people to laugh at you, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I certainly did.
Oh, yeah.
Waterville Police. Take a book, share a book. That's pretty cool.
Notice he didn't take one.
Please don't slam me on the ground.
Oh, poor baby.
Because I can already see right now they have no signs right here that say no trespassing, guys. It just says police.
You don't think that that
want to get
sign
slammed on the
is
ground for recording this police car?
trying to tell you?
Do you have to have a sign to wipe your butt?
Right?
I really don't, guys.
And not just not just this guy, but auditors in general seem to have this idea that, like, well, you don't have a sign saying this, you don't have a sign saying that, to the extent, like you said, like, so what? They want signs to tell them literally every aspect of every movement they make in their lives. Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's so insane. And hey, what's up, K-Far? You want to come up?
Hey, K-Far. I
got script up here, and after yesterday talking to Rogue Nation, I want to talk to, sort of a palate cleanser, get some good people up here today. But But anyway, yeah, let's go back to this big wuss idiot. Here we go.
That's why I'm about to just make it quick, you know. Give them some dumb reason to come here and beat me up.
The case of this audit, I don't think that'll be much of a problem. Because as you admit later on, you're doing this audit on a Sunday. And a lot of small towns, the sheriff's department, the police department, the administration buildings are all closed on Sunday.
Say, don't worry, son. They're there. I mean, they're taking calls.
Yeah.
I used to love coming to these police stations and talking to these officers. Now I'm in fear every time, guys.
You serious?
I think I'm gonna get freaking harassed.
Oh, nice. The baby sound.
Authorized personnel only behind that door. Why do they only got one cop car here? Where are all these patrol vehicles? They're hiding something in that garage.
Yeah. Yeah, they're hiding.
Wow, guys, so there's only one squad car here.
Wow. That's news. Talk about riveting
I
journalism
find that
once
hard to
again.
believe. And then again, we were at Bowling Green and we only saw two, so they're all hidden and put up. If you need the police department, this door is locked. Please go to the front lobby and use the phone to call dispatch. Thank you.
Oh, he can read.
Oh, he can.
Well,
Oh,
8 a.m. to
surprise,
4:30, guys,
surprise.
it's open, right? Of course, it's not.
He just read the sign that said it was locked.
Well, I guess I have to do what the sign told me to.
Oh, we gotta walk around, guys, to go in the lobby.
Yeah, that's what the sign you just read said.
You know, so far so good. I'm actually glad I ain't even seen a cop yet because who knows, guys? Who knows what the heck they're gonna do with someone recording with the camera? I mean, 3 videos ago, I got slammed on the ground for recording, so like you gotta be cautious. It's crazy out here. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to swear on the channel at all. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Well, I mean, let's go check out the city council chamber, I guess, too.
A genius, this place is closed too. It's Sunday, you fool.
Oh, my word.
Never mind. Excuse my language. I literally just said I was going to cuss, and I did. Sorry, guys. I'm a little just frustrated after that. When I got slammed, that's all I could think about the past couple of days.
I should have told you to go home and forget about all this.
The
Right?
cops stole my phone and put it in the evidence locker for 3 days.
Stole.
What up, boy? Oh, they're real friendly here in Waterville. Come here.
All right, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I didn't watch this video before, so I didn't know what was going on. So, first of all, if you guys remember, those of you who've been into the scene for a while, do you guys remember when Schrodinger's cat did a post office audit on a Sunday and it was locked because it was Sunday?
Yep.
Like, that was a joke. And now it's come to fruition. We have a real frauditor actually doing that, going to a place on Sunday and being surprised it's closed. And now people, I've seen so many people joke around like, oh, I'm auditing a stop sign. I'm auditing something stupid. Now he's auditing a squirrel. What the hell? Leland, what do you I got 2 squirrel people in the chat right now. I can't believe that. Can they believe they're auditing your pets now? Oh, man.
Too bad I ain't got no peanuts.
What?
Peanuts.
Oh.
A little church across the street. Well, let's go in the lobby, guys, and see if we can ask them why there's only one patrol car here.
It's locked. You're not going to get in the
newspaper
lobby.
out here still. And we can document what's inside here.
Yeah. Let's get in there.
Oh. Ooh, what happens?
Security forms, car seat installation.
Oh, I bet you the other door's locked. And this is just so that people could come in to grab those forms.
Mm-hmm.
No firearms. Yeah,
oh, there's the office hours sign. Oh, yay! Why don't you read the office hours sign right there in front of you? No?
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, that's 911.
What the? What?
Do not want to do that. Shit, I think I just called 911. Guys, can I get some information? It's
Monday through Friday.
It's not. It's Sunday.
Now he realized.
Run!
Excuse my language again, guys. I swear I'm gonna quit cussing on the channel. Damn it.
That's never gonna happen.
Sunday. Thought this station was open 24 hours. That's false advertising.
Oh God.
Are you stupid or something?
No,
Yes,
Big
you
Wes, words cannot express how stupid you are. So,
And then to go and post it.
Yeah.
That's what always gets me.
Yeah, they always post their own crimes and themselves acting stupid. And
Uh-huh.
here we're gonna show you what the government's up to. They're up to making us look dumb. Oh man.
Gosh.
You don't have to do much, I'll tell you what.
That's true.
Oh man. And I wanted to address something I saw in the comments earlier. We had I don't know if Dave Perillo's still in the house. He comes in here every day, but he's on the other end of the end of the spectrum, the other side
David,
of the fence.
I
Yeah.
saw him in here. I saw him saying something.
Yeah, and I mean, I've always kind of had a philosophy of if you're not being flat out rude or whatever, if you're on the other side, that's fine. So he is still here. So listen, he made a comment about my discussion I had with Rogue Nation yesterday. Like, oh yeah, you just want people that are on your side up on today because he made you look like a fool, blah, 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 blah. But the fact of the matter is, and I said this earlier, one of the things about my conversation with Rogue yesterday that I saw it as a learning experience. Like I feel even more sympathy with the people that they deal with because it helps me understand better what it's like to try and talk to these guys when they're talking in circles and doing them. And I know they do that, but when I'm in it, it's like I find myself sometimes like double thinking myself, and it's like, So I just try to imagine what it must be like for someone who has no idea what these guys are trying to talk to them and how frustrating it can be. So, I'm glad I did it. And like this whole thing, because David just said it now, and he said it in my comment section. Should the employees treat people the same whether or not they have a camera? Once again, and as always, and like the response I gave him was, it's not the camera, it's the cameraman. You walk in to a private business with a camera and they tell you, hey, there's no recording in here or whatever. All of a sudden, they don't know how to do their job, and they're terrible people, and they're corrupt government officials. And no, they don't want you to film because either there's a policy in that building, there's no filming, or they personally don't want to be filmed. And one of the things I wanted to bring up yesterday, by the way, hello, Cat Wu. One of the things I wanted to bring up yesterday that I didn't get a chance to say is that one of my favorite examples is a few months ago, Josh Abrams, the Accountability for All, posted a video where he walks into a public building and he starts filming a lady who's working there, and she starts like seriously freaking out, starts crying, and ended up quitting her job over it. And they were all laughing, ha ha, I can't believe we actually made someone cry. And it's like, no one ever seems to take into consideration the fact that, say, for example, that there was a woman who was in an abusive relationship and they broke up, but the guy is still trying to track her down and still stalking her. And she doesn't want her image posted all over the internet to help the guy find her.
Right.
That doesn't matter because you're a public employee, so screw you and screw your life. I'm going to film, especially if you tell me not to. And that's one of the things that really gets my goat is when someone actually says, hey, please don't film me. They're going to go out of their way to film that individual even more because
and it's your fault. You shouldn't have said anything. Now you came to me.
Yep. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I love this. Unclean Hands says, David almost assaulted me, so can I time him out? He insults our intelligence every day. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy the way it's going on with these people out there.
And it's kind of weird because there's starting to be a lot of pushback. The cops are arresting them more and more, and people in post offices and such are figuring out what's going on, and it seems like frauditors are slowly coming to an end. So at some point, why someone new would come into this field, I don't understand.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why I always talk about, a couple of weeks ago when Troll was interviewing the guy that, again, I don't remember his name, but he flat out said, look, I saw videos online of people doing this. I thought, hey, wait a minute. I'm an asshole. You could get paid for being an asshole? Great. I'm going to start doing that. Like, he just said it flat out, know? And it's like, that is it. And like you say, because it's been, I've been seeing like this progression over time to where at first nobody knew what was going on or how to deal with these idiots. But then it got to the point where they started training police that if you see one of these guys, ignore them. And that led to more and more frauditors auditing private businesses because then when they call the police have no choice but to engage because they have to answer the call. And again, like what you said with the post offices, right? They always love to misquote Poster 7, which we all know is they do it wrong. But it seems like their training is becoming more, okay, here's the deal. These guys aren't allowed to record, and here's why. And here's the actual regulation behind it. And like you said, there is starting to be more pushback. And especially because SGV News, Amagansett Press, all these guys that are really quick on the trigger with the pepper spray, are really starting to cross that line and get it to the point where, okay, this is getting beyond just some idiot with the camera. This is an idiot with a camera who loves to pepper spray random people.
Yeah.
And they're not helping their own cause at all.
Oh yeah. SGV is a complete. I said this a long time ago, and I know it sounds kind of weird because we've never faced this here in this country. But there are death squads and there are rape squads over in Europe, in the Bosnia and all that kind of stuff. And SGV is one of those who would be part of that kind of gang. Somebody who would go out and intimidate and
harass,
attack just general people just because he enjoys it.
Yes.
He's a dangerous man.
Yes. I have no question about that. To me, that is absolute fact. In fact, from what I understand, basically to him, this whole thing is a way for him to continue the intimidation and harassment that he's used to from when he was a gangbanger. Mm-hmm. And now is just applying it to a way that he could get away with it because he's hiding behind the camera.
Right.
Oh,
he's
man.
A complete coward. Total.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know, man. It's
it's interesting because I've never dealt with people with this kind of mindset. And right. It's interesting to see them, but it's also scary because I keep thinking to myself, how many people like this are there out there?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
they've all got psychological problems. They've all got criminal records. They've all got, it's frightening.
Yeah, it is. Oh man. Well, first of all, I can't say that at this point that I'm surprised by anything, especially after the whole pandemic thing and the way everyone was freaking out and all of the craziness that caused.
Right.
You see that there are a lot of stupid people out there. But yeah, the idea, and this was part of the issue I was having yesterday when I was talking to Rogue Nation, it's like there seems to be this complete lack of empathy that has become so prevalent among these people that it's like basic human kindness, basic human decency, mm-hmm. because there are no laws specifically requiring that sort of behavior.
Right.
There's no reason to engage in it. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the shutdown or the lockdown really gave a lot of crazy people the opportunity to jump out and do this garbage. The whole mask thing, mm-hmm. The whole interrupting or interfering with vaccinations thing. It made people stay at home twiddling their thumbs trying to think of what they could do, and this is what they came up with.
Yep. That's exactly right. And it's that's one of the reasons why, once again, I think it's important for people like us who are out there doing what we're doing to do what we're doing, because you're sitting at home on the internet and you're finding these people that are doing these things, and if you don't understand what's happening, then, well, like I always give the example of the whole way I got on this whole track in the first place. The very first domino was a video that I saw that I didn't know who it was at the time or what he was about. I didn't know anything about any of this, but I saw a Glenn Serio video.
Oh God, what an introduction.
Right. But not knowing anything about him, just seeing that one video out of context, I thought, wow, the cops are harassing this poor guy. Well, good for him for standing up for his rights. So But once I started to look further into it and go deeper down the rabbit hole, I realized what was really going on, right? But my point is that because I had that experience myself, I can see how people can fall into that, to see that and go, oh, wow, that's cool. Standing up for your rights. Yeah, let's go do that. That's a good thing. Like I understand how somebody can fall into that. But after a certain amount of time, you would think if they were smart or if they didn't just care about money, that they would learn like, oh, wait a minute, this whole thing's just a joke. It's a scam. It's a con. It's stupid. It's a fraud.
Well, the problem is people like Amagansett Press. He did win one lawsuit. Now, I don't know if he's won any others, but he did win. And so that gave everybody the idea, oh, here we go.
Big
this
money.
Is an easy way to make some money. I just have
Yep.
to embarrass myself.
Yeah, that's it. Anything for a buck, right?
Yeah.
And what's crazy too is that I've seen, and in fact, I've covered that video, the one that he sued over and won. And it's like, I'm not
lucky.
Well, but that's the thing. Like watching the video, I guess I can see the court's point of view and why they granted him the lawsuit. But at the same time, it's like they didn't really do anything that bad. He got trespassed. Like, well, I'm going to sue them for violating my rights. And then you win the lawsuit. And then again, like you say, then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Let's just do that.
Let's just, yeah.
I don't know. And I remember I was, when I was living in Wisconsin, I was reading in the news at one point about a guy who audited the Green Bay City Hall and got arrested. And unfortunately, once again, the arresting officer did cross the line. The state admitted that he did. And so the guy won like 30 grand or something like that, which all that ends up doing, like you said, is it gives fuel to their fire, right? It's like, wait a minute, not only can I make AdSense money and YouTube donations and super chats, but I can win big, great lawsuits. This guy won one. This guy won one. I'm just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until I finally hit one, and then I get that big payday.
Right. And Internet God is right. It was go away money. He didn't win any, $250,000, and he got nobody fired, and so on and so forth. It's go away money.
Yeah, well, that's it, and that goes back to their whole shtick that they always do about like, well, I won this case and I won that case and blah blah blah, and it's always, if you look into it, it's always that the case was dismissed. And the majority of the time, it's because, realistically speaking, we already have overcrowded prisons. They're not trying to lock someone up over a nonviolent crime. Right. And so they know that.
And during the pandemic, that was doubly so because the jails were hit really hard.
Yes, exactly.
But when, we watch these judges on other channels and stuff, and we see how fast and furious they're going on, and they've got so many cases that a stupid ass case like this, just dismiss it, just go away.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's like, look, I don't have time for this. And especially when it gets to the point where it's going to cost the state more to prosecute you because you're an idiot, then it would be to just dismiss the case. And that's their whole goal, right? That's what they're hoping for. They're trying to get paid. And, if they go to court, they're just going to argue and 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 get continuances until the case is dismissed because it's not worth fighting anymore. And then laugh and laugh and laugh their way to the bank and tell us that our rights are being violated. No, you're abusing the court system to make money. You're abusing the legal system to make money. You're using the Constitution as a blanket and the camera as a shield when none of that stuff applies. It's all false narrative and nonsense.
Joshua Lee, did you want to ask me a question?
Yeah, I saw that. He just put a question mark.
Yeah, I didn't. None of these cases have been won by the Frauditor on the merits. Not a single one of them. They've all been dismissed for one reason or another.
Yep. And even have you seen any of the recent court footage of Mr. DeCastro over there?
Oh yes, I saw the whole thing. There's like 3 or 4 videos all in a row, and I've seen them all. It was that judge had his number from the get-go.
Yep. And man, I mean, this guy he's another one that is actually unbelievably stupid. Not just because he's average dumb, but because he insists so heavily that he's this constitutional law scholar.
Oh, I found out something about that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, that he always goes like, oh, these laws this and these laws that, like he's such an expert on it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's in court, the arguments he makes are so completely inappropriate, not applicable, and irrelevant that it's just like, how could you claim to be anything that understands law when you don't know how to just do a basic argument in court?
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, hon?
Well, I was watching one of his videos, and he did not come up with the term constitutional scholar. Somebody on TikTok gave him that moniker, and he's just run with it ever since.
Oh no.
I thought that was hilarious.
That's great. He puts it on his shirt now.
Yes.
Oh
God.
That's so crazy.
He is. He's okay. He's good looking. He's charismatic, and he seems to be genuine. But all you have to do is scratch a little bit at that makeup on his face, and you find out he's a complete idiot.
And he's genuinely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was the thing he said the other day? I was watching. So the judge is asking him, right? Like, he was supposed to be interviewing the officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, do you have any questions for the officer that pulled you over? Yes, I do. Okay. Did you know that there's no sign on there telling me that I couldn't make a U-turn at that point?
That one is a classic. Oh my God.
Like, oh man. And all of the things he's just making these statements. Like, did you know that I had to turn because there was no sign? Okay, that's not a question. Next. Well, Your Honor, you don't understand. I'm trying to. No, you do all that when you testify. And then when it's his turn to testify, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't give any testimony. He just complains about evidence.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but evidence of what? You make an argument, and then if you need to provide evidence to support your argument, but he's not even making an argument. He's just complaining about evidence.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even understand basic court procedure. And then the best was the case before that, where he kept talking about how he didn't get a fair trial, but it wasn't a trial. It was a hearing. He doesn't even know the difference between that, and he's supposed to be a law scholar.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just amazing.
Yes, it is. And, the fact that these people have followers is what really blows my mind.
Yeah, and he's got some dyed-in-the-wool followers. Holy cow. Somebody, he named them, but I can't remember the name that he said, sends him a goodly sum of money all the time. I'm like, what?
Yes.
You must have money to burn.
Yeah, that's well. There've been a couple situations. I think Masshole covered it pretty well, where when he was doing his businesses that none of them ever turned into anything. He did have some investors that apparently are still falling for his general grift.
Well, it goes into something I was reading about, that narcissists like Chili, and he is a malignant narcissist. In my opinion, they are also extremely gullible, and it doesn't seem like that would be that doesn't seem like that would be the way it was, but they are. Like this recent video where he's watching another grifter who does these real estate grifts,
Yeah.
And he just falls for everything the guy's saying. It's amazing.
Yeah, I actually covered a video he did a while ago where he was talking about, well, I had my new poster ready to go, but you actually can't buy it right now because when I designed it, I drew a triangle on it. But somebody told me that the triangle means that you support the Illuminati, so I have to change the design now. Like, are you serious?
You don't check it out. Don't research. Just somebody told me. And it was just like all that stuff in Ironton. He just took these people's word for what they were saying. He didn't find out anything else about them. Nothing. He just took face value.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
that's why that woman on the steps of the courthouse in Ironton was so funny, because she kept saying, or she did at one point, well, are they all criminals? Well, yeah.
Yeah. It's like they keep arresting these people just for breaking the law.
Yeah, how dare you?
Right?
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness. So taking a quick look at the chat here, just want to say hello to some of the people that joined us while we were talking. Let's see. Yay. Always glad to see you all every morning. You guys make me so happy. Tried to see, I can't remember all who I said hello to. So let's just see, what do we got? Pack, Internet God, Analyze, Chelsea May, Tamara Marie, Ikiss, Views, Pack, Kiss a Cat. He has Sugar Daddies. Analyze, Lisa, of course, always good to see Cliff Hickson, Internet God. Yeah, it looks like pretty much William Grabber. Hello, Andrew Forrest. Welcome. Kiss a Cat, when you said that Chili was good looking, she goes, I don't think he's good looking. Well, he's definitely not as good looking as I am.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's, oh man, that guy. It's weird because, and I've said this before, when he first started out, I covered him a bunch, but on one hand, it's like so many people cover him so much that I kind of try to, take a back seat to the whole Chili thing. Yeah. But on the other hand, everything he does is so funny because it's so stupid. It's like, I could barely hold back my desire to just jump all over him because it's so easy. He makes it easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
The jokes write themselves with this guy.
Yeah, you just have to wait a few minutes. If he's not doing anything stupid right this minute, just hold on.
Well, that's exactly right. And that's the thing. Like, because, I've been following him for so long. It's like every time it seems like he does something and you're like, okay, there's no possible way this guy can top himself in the stupidity level. And then the next day he does.
And then he does.
Oh, man. Oh,
yeah,
Chelsea says, thank you for the breakfast streams. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, go ahead, Script.
Oh, I was just, I don't know what I was saying. It dribbled right out of my left ear.
Joshua Lee says, I don't know if this was a mistake or what, but he goes, you guys want something extremely annoying? Check out the. If you're talking about the band, I don't know if I'd call their music annoying, but I don't think that's what he meant. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, yeah. I don't know. It gets so insane, and it's funny too because, and I've said this before as well. A lot of times when I'm on here and I'm talking about these situations and I'm talking about these guys, I sometimes I feel like I just keep repeating myself, but they keep repeating themselves. Like they make the same arguments every time, and it's like, how many times do I have to tell you you're wrong? Like I'm driving the nail and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Well, especially with Chili, he does not listen to whoever he's either talking to or arguing with. I mean, he hears the words, but he's so busy with his retort that he's not listening to what they've had to say at all.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And, he's, again, we all know that even auditors don't like him because he's that bad. But it is amazing seeing that, because that is a standard technique with all of them, right? Like,
oh yeah, it's all put it off, put it off, put it off. Who said that?
Yep.
Internet God? It's all delay tactics.
Yep.
I have not listened to any of that. The guy who ran over those people in the parade, except one video where the defense attorney was really going at the judge, and she was giving it right back to him or her. And that's all. I haven't, but I hear he's going to go sob sit now.
Oh, great. That doesn't make it okay to run people over.
Well, yeah. What the hell was that? I don't know anything about it. So,
well, there was another one too, because there have been 2 cases recently where people ran people over. One of them was the one at the parade, and then another one was a guy who just ran somebody over for being a Republican.
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
And it's like, is it really gotten to that point where, like, if you wear a MAGA hat, you have to fear for your life?
Yeah.
It's not about, whether I'm pro or anti-Trump or whatever, but if you're pro-Trump, they're going to try to kill you on the other side now? Give me a break. Oh,
and there was something in England where somebody ran over a bunch of people on the London Bridge.
Yep. So. Yeah. So, and again, let me make this point. So here we go. All right. So you got people running around, driving over other people with their cars. You got mass shootings. You got school shootings. You got, pedophiles, you got child porn, you got all this terrible stuff going on in the world. But none of that matters. What matters is that we go out of our way to make damn sure that we film the secretary in the office at City Hall. Dag nabbit. Now that's what we need to fight for.
Exactly. I just want to be a friend. Can't we be a friend and talk about dinosaurs?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That was pathetic.
Wait, Pat Dagler says, got up to check out Florida. Well, you know what? I'm going to take a second, and I'm literally going to go look out the window and give you an update on Florida. Hold on, Script, if you want to take over for a second, because I'm kind of curious myself to see what's going on outside right now. Hold on.
Okay, doke.
You're welcome. All right, hold on.
Let's see. Yes, David, it is trespassing, if not much more. And it depends, Leland. There are some real goofs on the MAGA side, I will admit. I'm not. I used to call myself a Republican, but I don't like either side anymore because there's too much extremism on both sides. You got, Antifa on one side and not the Klan anymore because they're nothing, but the crazy MAGA people on the other. And I don't want to deal with either one of them. And I damn sure don't want to get any of them elected. Let's see. Super alpha. Chile talking about being a super alpha, and when he is around other super alphas, they take turns being the alpha. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, he's vanity. I'm telling you, his vanity is amazing. And Kfar, you're right. He listens to respond, not to learn. That's exactly right.
All right, I'm back. So where I'm at out here right now, it was actually kind of interesting. So just now I stepped outside for a second, took a look at what's going on out there. And this is weird to say considering what's going on, but it was actually beautiful in a way because I went outside, I opened the door, and what I saw was a family of ducks swimming in the pond.
Aww.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. The problem is we don't have a pond.
Oops.
Yeah. So that's why it was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
so, yeah. But right now at the moment, we're good. We're safe. It's all good. So
Good.
hopefully we'll maintain the.
Has it even made landfall yet? I haven't paid attention.
I don't think so.
Mm.
Again, I'm a little bit inland, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad.
Well, Tampa is on the west side, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's more like Miami and Jacksonville will get hurt or hit harder, I would think.
Yeah. Let me see. You know what? Actually, let me see if I can pull up a live update map of where it's at right now. Well, of course I can, but I have the internet.
For a while yet, anyway.
Right. Let's go to the AP. They're usually pretty good. 155 mile an hour winds. St. Petersburg. Let's see. Ooh.
So wait a minute. St. Petersburg is on the west side too, isn't it? So it's coming into the Gulf?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the Gulf right now.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. So and I knew that even out here, all the airports are closed, all the schools are closed, Disney World is closed, SeaWorld is closed. Let's see. All the hotels are full and closed. I know out here where I'm at, all of the businesses are pretty much closed right now. They're all boarded up. Yesterday, the local gas station literally ran out of gas. We went to the store and the shelves were completely empty. We were able to get a loaf of bread and some caffeine-free Diet Coke. That's like the only things they had in the store.
Oh man.
Internet
God made a cute statement. The storm looks like it's going to make landfall near Punta Gorda. Hopefully it'll take out Andrew Sheets.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sure he's evacuated by now.
Right?
Oh, God.
Why would anyone buy a house in Hurricane Alley or in a flood zone?
Or in Tornado Alley?
Yeah, or look at California with the earthquakes.
Yeah.
And just to be perfectly frank, I am not here because I decided I wanted to live in Florida. For anyone who's been following me for a while, probably already knows my situation. But basically, I'm from Chicago. I moved to Wisconsin for a job, and then about a year ago, my mom, who does live in Florida, was in an accident, and a car accident, and she needed help. So I came down here to help her. And then in between all of that, basically my wife and I split up, and now I got the kids. So they came down here. So now we're down here, and like we haven't, I didn't buy a house down here. I came down here to help, and then everything else happened, and now I'm kind of stuck here, at least for now.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your breakup.
Yeah. To be honest, I saw it coming, but it wasn't. I put this in my community post about a week ago. I knew it was coming for a while, but when I about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, I logged onto Facebook and I saw a picture of her with her boyfriend, and it was the first time it like really hit me. Like, this is serious. Like it's over. But whatever. I got my boys here, and
at least you've got the boys. That's great.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Joshua Lee said something very important. The Bears.
The Bears. The Bulls. The Bears. So Cubs or White Sox?
Yes.
Perfect answer.
Right. Exactly. I'll tell you, and this is true. I even made a video about this back before I started doing the Frauditor thing. Most of my videos were sports related. Either that or just, entertainment or, trying to create memes, whatever I could think of. But when the Crosstown Classic is when the Cubs played the Sox, I did a video on the Crosstown Classic, and I was like, look, I'm from Chicago. I'm from the South Side. I'm from the Sox side. but I've always been a Chicago fan. I've never been one of these like, oh, it's the Cubs suck and the Sox are great, or the Sox suck and the Cubs. It's like, look, I root for the Chicago team because I don't know. I've always loved both.
Yeah.
And because growing up where I did, I could literally, if there was a Sox game going on at night, I could literally see the fireworks because they always would have fireworks at every game. If they got a home run, they'd do fireworks. But even if none of that happened, if you stay to the end of the game, they have a fireworks show at the end. So from standing outside in my backyard, I could see the fireworks going off. So I always had a special place in my heart for, the Sox. But then all of my friends and me, all the bands that we liked I was really heavy into like punk rock and heavy metal at the time. All those bands always played up on the north side, right across the street from Wrigley. So I was always over there too, so I fell in love with both of them.
My family, or my mother's family, were based in Chicago. And a few years back, my cousin, who is now deceased, but what was happening is my son and I were taking the train, Amtrak, from Memphis, Tennessee to Chicago. We stayed a few days in Chicago to see the family. And while we were there, he drove us all over Chicago to see all the architecture, what's his name? Louis Sullivan, all the architecture. Because he was an iron walker. And and he took us, we couldn't get into Wrigley Field at the time. I don't think it was baseball season, but we went past there and I was so excited to see that.
Oh yeah.
It was great. And it's a great city. I mean, to visit, but I would never want to live there.
Yeah. I definitely understand that. It is weird because, I always, in my heart, being born and raised in Chicago, I always support the city. I always love the city. It's in my blood, especially growing up when I did. We had the Blues Brothers, we had the 85 Bears, we had, all this great stuff going on out there. But at the same time, growing up in Chicago, I did see someone get shot. I did see someone take a golf club to the head. I have seen, I've been in apartment buildings where, if you had to pee, you would just pee right there on the stairs. Like I have all the bad stuff too.
Yeah.
So I know why a lot of people don't like it out there.
I'm surprised you don't follow El Royale more. Lori Lightfoot.
Right. I saw you said Great Googly Boogly. Was that Frank Zappa reference or just in general?
Chiefs reference. It was a commercial.
Oh. Okay. Commercial.
Yeah. Somebody said something about the Chiefs, and that popped into my head.
Okay.
It was a hilarious commercial. It was amazing.
So wait a minute. Peck said, "What's a Blues Brother?" I don't know if that's a joke or because he's from Australia.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they don't know out there, but that's a classic movie. Joshua Lee says Chicago style pizza is pretty good. What I like about the Chicago style deep dish pizza is that it is almost literally a pizza pie. Like, it's so good when it's made right. And that's one of the problems with because coming from the city, and I'm sure this is true with any city really, is the local cuisine, right? It's never the chains. It's always the local joint that nobody's ever heard of that you find that has just like the most fantastic stuff.
Yeah, and there are usually holes in the wall that you would never. Do I want to go in there and eat something? Well, hell yeah, you do.
Yep. Oh man, I'm telling you, I went to there was this place I used to go to all the time when I was in college that if you just walked in there, you probably would say no and walk out. But their food was so freaking good. Yep. I used to go in there all the time. And like you said, it was just like this little hole in the wall, nothing place, but it was just so delicious, man. Oh, all right. Obviously, Peck was being sarcastic because he responded to everyone making fun of him for not knowing what the Blues Brothers are by saying I'm on a mission from God. So he knows.
There you go.
That's funny. And then I don't know if this is going to work out because of copyright wise, but because I'm always looking for things like, when making videos and the way people use all these memes and stuff, I try to kind of stay away from the ones that everybody uses, J. Jonah Jameson, are you serious? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
I try to find stuff that's different. And yesterday, I actually went on a binge and watched the entire new season of Beavis and Butthead. And
is that still going?
It just restarted.
My.
Restarted. What happened was Paramount Plus, I guess, bought MTV or whatever I don't know the details behind it, but out of nowhere, they purposely went out of their way to keep it a secret. Just out of nowhere, one day a few months ago, a new Beavis and Butthead movie came out, and it was basically an introduction to the new TV show. It's just as funny as it always has been. It's Mike Judge hasn't lost a step, but yeah, they came back, and now that I've been doing this, so many of their jokes would apply to frauditors. I'm like, oh man, I could grab this bit and grab that bit, and oh man, so much because they're so stupid. It's like, man, it's so funny. But so yeah, that's. It's weird because I've noticed more and more as I do this, not just with that specifically, but in general, I see so many things that it's like, oh man, if I could just grab that little clip and put it as a response to an auditor, it'd be hilarious. Because see, and that's another thing, because I always try, not to get too much into like political or what. This isn't a political channel, right? But I watch a lot of videos watching like these political debates and stuff. And every once in a while, I'll hear something from like Jordan Peterson or Ben Shapiro or Bill Maher or someone that would apply. But then I'm like, yeah, but then am I going to alienate my fans if I use a clip from someone they don't like? Are they going to interpret it as me, pushing their narrative? And I don't know. It's
kind of hard. You got to think about that kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah. David Perillo just made a good point. And, that's it. If you start getting political, then people that are on the other side are going to, like I just said, if I use a Ben Shapiro clip just because I think it's funny, and this guy supports Ben Shapiro, he must be a Republican, blah blah blah, and it's like, I don't know, I just thought he said something funny that would apply to frauditors, so I don't want to set the wrong kind of signal. Anyway, it's a shame though, it shouldn't be that way. Leland says, yeah, I agree, but
it's the internet.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's exactly it. We're on the internet, and especially nowadays, cancel culture, all that nonsense. I don't want to become one of those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just trying to share my opinion, laugh at stupid people, and expose frauds. That's it. So anyway, I've been really digging your content too, especially I actually really like the videos you do where you go into details explaining things like narcissism and things like that, where you dig a little bit deeper into, okay, what is the mentality behind this sort of stuff? I actually really like when you do that.
Thank you. I think it's a fascinating study to be. And there's a couple of people that I have come across. I think there's a guy called Columbus. Is it Columbus Transparency? And then there's Devin Bedford or Devin Rayford. They are truly mentally ill, and so I stay away from them because I'm not, I don't want anyone to think that I'm picking on anybody, who really truly has problems, and those two guys do. And so I watch them from time to time just to get my blood pressure up. I don't do videos on them because I don't think it's worthwhile. They are under psychiatric care. They're on medicine or supposed to be. I'm not going to touch them because, I'm not a doctor. But yeah,
Right.
but the other people like Chili, I'll go whole hog on him.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing too. Like, again, the idea of like pointing and laughing at stupid, like you said, it's when somebody is obviously a reasonably intelligent person, there's not actually something wrong with their brain, and they're just stupid or ignorant and think they know everything because they watched a couple of videos on YouTube or read a couple articles on Google.
Yeah.
That's something completely different. It's like, no, yeah. And that's another reason, honestly, why I do things like what I did yesterday when I talked to Rogue Nation, is because I don't want to just be in an echo chamber because that's what I see happening with a lot of these guys. They surround themselves with other guys that do the same thing, and they're just reinforcing their own narrative to each other. And it's like, I don't want to become that either.
Right.
I have my stance on the issue. I know where I'm right and where I'm wrong. And a big part of that for me also has to do with the difference between opinion and fact. It's like, it's not my opinion that what these guys are doing is wrong, but then that's when they'll make the argument, well, what about legal? It's like, but again, just because something's legal doesn't mean it's right.
Mm-hmm.
The morality, and then yesterday Rogue's trying to argue with me that morality is subjective, and it's like, well, to an extent.
Well, okay, yeah. Let me walk that back a second. Okay.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No. Morality, as far as treating other people with respect and kindness, I don't think that's. I think that should be everywhere. I mean, okay, we're talking about, somebody was saying in the chats about open doors and closed doors. I learned as a child that if a door is open, you still knock a little bit, on the door frame. But if a door is shut, you don't automatically have the right to open that door and go in, whether it has a sign or not.
Right.
It's just one of those societal, what do I want to call it? Societal things that you don't have to have a sign to tell you not to walk around back of a police station and looking at their cars when it says, authorized vehicles only. Well, I'm not a vehicle. Well, you're awful stupid.
Right.
I don't have to. I understand what that sign means. You obviously don't.
Right.
So.
Right. And that's exactly it. Like, these guys can argue all day, every day, and do that. Well, technically, it's not illegal for me to walk up to a squad car and film through the window. Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. It's not illegal. But how am I supposed to believe that you're not doing that specifically to get a negative reaction from the officer? What purpose does it serve to walk up right up to their car, put your camera against the window, and film inside? Like, if that's not baiting, I don't know what is.
They're just trying to embarrass. And what I don't understand, to me, it's a big deal. I don't care what you say about legality. If you're out there casing the joint, you're out there casing the joint. And who knows how many people out there on the internet are watching these things just to get that kind of little bit of information so that they could, I don't know, plant a bomb.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that is never brought up.
And it's funny too, because if you just look on YouTube at surveillance videos or crime videos or whatever, because one of the big excuses that they'll always use is, well, look, if I was out here trying to do something illegal, I wouldn't be just filming openly. Well, how do they know that?
Exactly.
And why wouldn't they? I mean,
you won't talk to anybody. You won't tell them what you're doing.
yes.
So they get even more suspicious of what the heck you're doing. Yeah, it's just stupid. They're skirting the line. They're on that razor's edge.
Yep.
And they'll push it as far as they can until, I don't know, something pops.
Yeah. So getting back to what I was saying a minute ago, though, because I think you're going to get a kick out of this if you didn't see it yesterday. So when I was talking to Rogue about morality, and he said morality was subjective, I brought up the idea of murder. And do you know what his argument was?
Oh my God, what?
Well, what about cannibals?
Okay, what about cannibals?
They don't think that murdering is immoral. They're just eating.
See, that shows that he doesn't know anything about their culture, about the culture.
Right.
Of course.
Right. But again, it's to me that whole argument is just it's just ridiculous because
it's facetious and it's stupid.
Right. And it's always circular arguments and deflecting and answering questions with questions and all of the standard con man frauditor techniques and it's so frustrating sometimes. And now I'm looking at David's making comments again. Well, you can see the camera and this and that, and the police don't enforce feelings; they enforce law and blah blah blah. But here's the thing, all right? First of all, so David, let me ask you something. Are you making the argument that every single thing that you do or don't do has to be told to you either through a law or by a sign? So you want more regulations because they have to tell you? It's like the thing people talk about, like the hot coffee, right? You spill it, so now they have to write this may be hot because people are too stupid to figure out that coffee is hot. So now we have to tell you. So now people are too stupid to understand that if it's private property, that it's private property. Like they have to specifically tell you for you to be able to think for a second and figure that out. Oh, let's see.
Yeah. Do I have to have a sign to tell me not to eat a Tide Pod?
Right. Exactly. And this is the world they want to live in. And the biggest problem I have with that argument, more than anything, is we've seen it 1,000 times. If there is a sign, they'll say, but that sign doesn't go over my rights. That sign doesn't have any real law behind it, so it doesn't apply to me, and I don't have to follow that sign.
It's an unconstitutional sign. Well, go fight it in court. That's where those things are fought, not right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. and that's why I always say too that under any real scrutiny, if you put it under a microscope, none of their arguments make any sense.
Okay, David, I'm going to ask you a question. You said a sign is required by law. Says who? Quote me, chapter and verse. Who says that a sign is required by law?
So, David, does that mean that you have to put a trespassing sign on your front door for me to know I'm not allowed to just walk into your house and start watching your TV and eating your food? Because by law,
I still say, David,
trespassing sign?
He said for trespassing. I said, says who?
Right.
That's what I'm always asking these people when I'm watching these TV shows or watching these videos.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Like just because you saw a YouTube video or Googled something, that doesn't mean it's true. Oh, wait a minute. Misinformation might exist on the internet? Say it ain't so.
And here's the thing. I'm kind of drifting a little bit, but YouTube recently came out with some stuff about how they're trying to fight misinformation. And I'm like, okay, so if I'm highlighting some dumbass doing something and you do not monetize my video because it's violent, but you monetize their video, which is the one I'm looking at.
Yep.
There's such a double standard, and I'm not even sure anybody in YouTube talks to each other.
And honestly, I've been through that because I made a video where I just took clips. I have 2 videos actually where I have clips of other people's videos that are monetized where they pepper spray people.
Mhm.
So I put these compilations together to show how these frauditors are just going around pepper spraying everybody, and I got demonetized. And
Exactly.
it's like, but the video that I did, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to because when we were talking about private property, David Perillo says, "But I can walk up to the front door." Let me tell you something. I've watched hundreds, if not thousands, of frauditor videos, and I've never seen anyone. They're not getting in trouble for being outside. It's going inside the building, or if they're auditing a private business, it's not the fact that they're there filming. It's the fact that when the employees come out to talk to them, they start, especially someone like NC Tyrant Hunter, oh, why don't you go talk to your daddy, and giving him the bam, which is the middle finger, and screw you.
Yeah.
It's like, well, obviously they're going to call the cops because they don't want to just beat the crap out of you themselves. We got Vilified Freedom in the house. What's up, Vilified?
Woohoo!
It's you know what he just mentioned, and I actually Radical talked about this before too. The problem I've most discovered with that situation is the way we fill out the questionnaire before it's monetized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that as well, and heard other people talk about it. So that's something I got to work on. Radical said that in his experience, he was testing the algorithm, and that by purposely going out of your way to answer the questionnaire in a way that says, no, don't monetize my video, sometimes causes them to come back and say, oh, no, it's okay. We'll let it be monetized.
Yes. Yeah.
So
reverse psychology. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did that. I had one video when I said, yeah, there's some mild cursing, and yeah, there's a little bit of, if you want to call it violence, and they monetized it. I said, okay. Well, okay.
Yep. So yeah. Let's see. By the way,
when
go
you see
Cowboys.
somebody like Direct D out in public, and the awful way he talks to people, it's just okay. It may not be illegal for him to talk that way, but for crying out loud, what's the point? You know, you're trying to push and push and push to get a reaction, and when you get a reaction, then you're upset.
Yes. First of all, okay, there's 2 things there. First of all, the whole idea that they always try to sell it like, I don't understand why these people are doing this, and why would someone act this way, and they act all stupid. But you watch all of their videos, they always get these reactions and then act surprised when they get them. And the whole Direct D thing, did you see his I played his audio from his trial yesterday.
Oh yes.
Oh,
I did a short on that.
Oh.
He's going to end up in jail regardless. I mean, at some point. In fact, the fact that he recorded that court hearing or sentencing, he's already broken his probation. He's already, he could be arrested right now and just thrown in jail. Just throw his ass in jail.
Yeah, it's oh man, it's weird too, because we just watched Chili being stupid in court, and now we're watching Direct D in court, and it's like, oh man, 2 sides of the same coin in a way, because the judge, like, talk about disrespecting the court.
Oh man.
Oh, he was just so out of line. Oh man, it
was horrible.
Oh, yeah. And the arguments he was making were such non-arguments, and like, I'm sorry. It's just
all that business about fake evidence. I'm like, it was right there in the video. What do you mean fake accusations, for crying out loud?
Yeah, and it's like, well, you said this, you said that, and I love the way that he says, well, saying the F word, but he didn't say the F word. He said the word. He said saying that word isn't disrespectful. It's like, what?
Like, it's like that's why you say it. It's like the most right up there with the C word, you know.
Exactly. Like that's the whole purpose. No, I'm just using it to emphasize my statement. It's like, that's a George Carlin argument, but he was a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, anyone could be media. Well, guess what? Like I say in the intro to my channel, for anyone who hasn't seen it, when you first click on my channel, I stand there and I say, for anyone who wants to know what I'm doing, I'm just a journalist working on a story under my First Amendment right to free press about frauditors.
Yep.
So that's right. Exactly. I'm media. And so there you go. But the issue, David, isn't that they claim to be part of the media, right? The issue is that they try to lean on the idea of free press as an excuse to just act like idiots and rude and insensitive and no empathy and all this other crap because they're trying to do what? To see, if you actually talk to these people and listen to what they have to say, because we always say, oh, well, hey, Debos Nation, what's up?
Hey, Debos.
We get all these people that come out and say all this nonsense, and it's to gather content for a story, right? But this is the thing. They'll say, well, I'm here working on a story. Well, what's the story? The story is how these people react to me filming them and acting rude and doing that. That's the story. So when they do, like you said, react to you doing that, what's the big surprise? What's the big, oh my God, these people are terrible, blah, blah, blah. That's the whole point. You're getting the reaction you came for. You should be happy. Christopher
David,
O'Connor, hello.
And David, you're dead wrong. They come into situations. You don't have to scream, holler, and cuss to be rude. I mean, just look at Long Island Frauditor.
Yep.
You don't have to, but they are rude and they are condescending, and they start whatever it is that happens. The auditor starts it.
Yep. That's it. And they love to use the excuse, well, he came up to me. Well, he approached me. And it's always so like, if I went to a place and I was filming and someone came up to me and said, hey, what are you filming for? I wouldn't turn that into some other situation based on how I answer that question. I would say, oh, I got a YouTube channel. I'm just filming, some stuff for content for my YouTube. Oh, okay. Not, I don't answer questions, and how dare you violate my rights by even having the audacity to approach me and speak to me. Why don't you go back to work, huh? Go back to work. Give me a break. That's all a bunch of nonsense.
Why don't you get a job and go to work?
Right? Tell me to get back to work.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Usually they say no filming no matter what. Yeah, that's always a nice excuse. Like they say you can't film in here. Okay, so then don't film in there. And if you got a problem with it, then you take it to court. It's no different. Arguing with the people inside the building who tell you can't film there is no different than arguing with a cop on the side of the road. You take your ticket, you fight it in court if it's wrong. If their policy about not filming is wrong, then you take it to court and you fight it.
Or you go to a city county meeting and you put your opinion out there, and you ask for the whys in the hows. And the whys and the hows are going right back to what I said about casing the joint, especially courthouses.
Oh yeah, and like Amagansett Press recently has been focusing so much on standing outside and filming, which technically is legal, jewelry stores and banks. Like,
Yes.
no, you're not doing that on purpose to cause suspicion. You
Mhm.
didn't specifically like. If I'm supposed to believe that you're just walking down the street filming stuff, why are you parking your camera specifically in front of the jewelry store?
Mhm.
Why aren't you parking it in front of the flower shop?
Yeah.
Or what, it's like, it's
Oh, yeah.
so obvious that they're doing it on purpose.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. And a sign that says no filming, David, is not rude. It's a policy. And courthouses have been, the Supreme Court has said that courthouses can, chief judges in courthouses can make their own rules. And the reason is because the Supreme Court doesn't want to. But
well, also, I understand the argument that court proceedings are public record, but one, that's why the public can go in and just sit and watch the court proceedings. Two, that's why the court reporters write everything down and publish it. Like it's not necessarily that anyone could just go in there and film what's going on. It's that, yeah, it is a matter of public record. And these people love to scream and yell and holler about FOIA requests. Well, the fact that FOIAs exist prove that it's public information. You're right.
Well,
It
and
is,
the
but
thing
there
is,
are proper ways to get it.
During a court hearing, it's not public record until it's filed. That's why you can't record in court, because that stuff is not public record yet. It will be, like, by the end of the day, probably, but it's not public record yet. And you have no right to sit there and record somebody else's case.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. Like so many situations where these guys have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on. It's none of their damn business, but they just have to film it. And that brings me back to another thing that drives me nuts is when they make the argument when they're filming and somebody says something to them, well, why don't you mind your own business? You're filming my business.
Exactly.
So how is that not me minding my own business? I want to know what you're doing filming me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
David,
Okay.
We're just having a general discussion. For heaven's sakes, get over yourself.
Debos Nation asked a question. We were talking about that a little bit before you came in. What's your opinion on how these keep getting thrown out of court? Like I said, I think that's all part of their script, and their plan is to just keep extending the court case and arguing jurisdiction or whatever, and just going over this nonsense again and again and again and again until it gets to a point where, because the prisons are already overpopulated, that I'd rather just dismiss the case than deal with this nonsense that ends up costing the state more to prosecute some small little offense than it's worth. So they just dismiss the case.
Yeah. They've got better things to deal with most of the time.
Right. The person who walks up to the camera is in control of their bodies. And
the person holding the camera is in charge of theirs.
Yes. Exactly. Thank you. And again, it's so, well, see, this is the thing. And I always get a little muddled when I try to explain this, because if I'm doing my thing and you're out there filming me doing my thing, again, approaching you to ask you why you're filming me is not this big major case that you guys make it out to be. Like, of course they're going to walk up to the camera because you're filming them. The argument that, oh, well, they're just walking around filming doesn't hold water, because that's not what's happening. They're planting their camera. A lot of times they got the tripod or whatever, and they're planting it on the ground and filming the same spot for 45 minutes, an hour, half an hour, whatever. That's not the same. And especially NC Tyrant Hunter, because again, someone mentioned, well, he's always outside. Yes, but he will say, what's wrong with walking down the street filming? Standing still for 45 minutes filming the same thing is not walking. It's standing still. It's completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you plant a tripod and you're sitting there for 45 minutes, an hour, you're waiting for somebody to come up to you.
Yes.
Don't lie to me. You're trying to set something up.
Exactly. And another thing that I love, because he just said, well, is it legal?
Is it legal?
Once again, and as always, I gotta calm down.
Not necessarily illegal. It's just annoying, and it might be suspicious. That's all. But that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want people to think.
Yes, that's it. Let's go back and look at someone like Casey Camera Boy, right? You're standing in front of a place and you're standing still filming. What's the big deal? Well, when it's a bank and you're wearing a flak jacket and you have a taser that's painted to look like a pistol, and you're wearing a mask and dark sunglasses, and like, no, we're not supposed to believe that you're baiting. We're supposed to think that this is, whatever. Hey, Rogue Nation's in the house again.
Well, hello, Rogue.
Yes, he wants to know where his breakfast is. I don't know. Go to IHOP and find out. Then again, it probably is closed right now because of the storm. I know he's out here too. All that might be reasonable, articulatable suspicion. Right. It might be. So there you go. There's your RAS. Done. It's all about the police acting improperly. Oh, Lord.
No, it's not. No, it is not. If something happens and you suddenly become George Floyd, that's one thing. But if you're out there daring anybody, police or not, to come up and bother you, quote unquote, you are the problem. You started it. You were the starting point, regardless.
Yep, that's exactly right. And once again, the arguments never hold up. They don't hold any water.
They just go round and round and round and round, and then I just get tired of them.
Yeah, that's it. Again, the talking in circles. Well, I did this and I did that, and given this whole thing, like, always coming back to, well, we're doing this to hold the government accountable, or we're doing this to hold the cops accountable. But you just said it. If you're doing something and somebody comes up to you to ask you what's up, and you give them a hard time about it, and you're standing there until, and actually, see, because there's so much to it. I want to put it all together here real quick. Hold on, my boy just came up. Hey, what's up, man? Good morning. How you doing? Oh, the dog's barking at him. Here, wait. He wants to be on camera and say hi. Say hi.
Hey, Hezo Kid.
Hi, Hezo Kid. Oh, man.
You want to go out?
So
and
anyway,
another thing they talk about, this is to keep an eye on the cops. If you'll notice, in almost every case where a police officer has done wrong and has been punished or fired or whatever, there's not an auditor in sight.
Yes, that's it. It's like they always talk about how they want to expose bad cops, but they're not going after those cops because those cops might actually do something. They don't want anyone who's going to actually do something to them.
Yep.
Out there, associates, what's up? Welcome. Yeah, anything. They just sell this story, and their fans just eat it up and believe anything they say, even if the video doesn't match what they're saying on any level. They're just like, oh, wow, can you? And I love the ones, and I've showed several of them in my videos where they talk about how these cops are being such horrible tyrants. And then you watch the video, and the cop is literally standing there. Oh,
Being as polite as he can be, trying desperately not to punch him in the nose.
Right.
Or not to laugh at him. Like exactly. That one cop who told the auditor, "You're not really good at this, are you?"
Right. Oh my goodness. And David just brought something up, and I wanted to mention this at the time that it happened. The Long Island audit thing where the cop said, well, 20 years ago, you would have been missing all your teeth. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, so let's think about that. So the fact that we've gotten to a point now where the cops aren't doing that, you would think would be a good thing. Like, well, he said that you would have got your teeth knocked out if you tried this 20 years ago. Yeah, you would have. People didn't put up with that nonsense back then. You come up to somebody,
Serpico was a long time ago, guys.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's right. Those things did happen. Which means if he wasn't on film, he would have punched him. No, it means that in the old days, cops didn't put up with that nonsense. Nowadays, they do. And the fact that these videos exist at all proves that.
And it also proves the First Amendment. I don't care what you say. The fact that these videos exist proves that the First Amendment is alive and well.
Yes, and that's the point I tried to make yesterday, and I try to make several times, is when you go online and you search First Amendment audits on YouTube and you see all these videos, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them, it's like, okay, if they're going after our right to film, then why are you filming? Why are you posting these videos? How do they even exist? How is that even possible? If the government's out there trying to stop us from doing that, then how are you doing it? This is what you do. How? It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, Rogue, they did, but they don't anymore to the greatest extent.
Right. Oh, what's going on?
Caca.
That was my son. What did you just say? Caca?
Yeah.
That's poop. Oh, my goodness.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I said caca on your stream.
He's like, haha, I just said caca on your stream. He thinks it's hilarious. Oh, boy.
That Reagan person, or Regan, is she Lady Liberty?
I'm not sure. I've heard several people say that, but I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. But
I've only seen a few things by her.
Yeah. Is he sure it's not Nutella instead of caca?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Rogue.
hilarious.
I did not say 100%. Don't be twisting my words, buddy.
Yeah, let's not do that. Anyway, so my boy's up now, so I got to go get my day started. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you so much, Script, for coming up. Always glad to see you. Love you guys. Love your stuff. And like I say, I'm going to where's my thing here? I wanted to get my Elvis gnome, but I don't know where I put him. So, oh, they're telling me he's right there by the chair. Oh, there he is. He's behind me. All right, I'm going to put Elvis on screen real quick. So, again, thank you very much for coming out, everybody. I will definitely keep you posted on the weather out here.
I love that.
Yes. And
thank you for having me, Hez.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. You're always welcome here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Love you guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. See y'all next time. And Like the gnome always says, oh, yay, yay, I'm all shook up.